Please be seated. Good morning, everyone. I'd like to welcome you all to this University of Utah College of Pharmacy Convocation ceremony. My name is Randy Peterson. I'm the Dean of the college, and it's been my pleasure and honor to serve these students in this position. And what a group of students it is. Please join me in recognizing the University of Utah College of Pharmacy class of 2017. A great day. Before we move on, I'd like to welcome a few special guests and thank a few people. I'd appreciate it if you'd please stand and be acknowledged as I mention your name. Our special guests today include Phil Klinger, a representative from the Board of Trustees of the university. Senator Evan Vickers, a representative of the Board of Trustees of the university and a graduate of the College of Pharmacy, class of 1977. Dr. Harold Wolf, Emeritus Professor of Pharmacology and Toxicology and former Dean of the college. John Mauger, former Dean of the College of Pharmacy. I didn't see John today. I think something has come up. And Dr. Richard Ensign, President of the Alumni Association of the College of Pharmacy. I'd also like to thank our musicians for providing some exceptional music today. The members of the jazz ensemble are Andre Reyes, guitar, Alicia Wrigley, bass, Eric DeVay, trumpet, and Jake Larson on the drums. Let's give them a round of applause. I'd also like to thank several people from the Dean's office who have made this event happen today. Not only have they been instrumental in planning the event, but they have helped each of our students in countless ways over the last 4 years. I know you as students appreciate all this group has done for you. I also know that they've developed a great deal of affection for you over the years, and this is a bittersweet moment for them seeing you graduate. I'd like each of them to step forward and wave so we can acknowledge them. Danielle Keddington, Ryan Boyack, Shauna Webster, Madeline Marshall, Tori Fouts, Heidi Bates, Carrie Kirkpatrick, Judy Babbitt, Laura Hamilton, and Misty Christensen. And there's a final group that needs to be recognized today, perhaps above all. Graduates, would you please stand up, turn around? Your parents, families, and friends helped you get to where you are today. Let's all thank the families and friends of our students for their support throughout the years. I see lots of happy, smiling parents out there. That's great. Well, graduates, you're standing at a noteworthy moment in the arc of your lives. The challenges of a very rigorous graduate program are completely behind you. Ahead of you lie many new challenges as you establish your careers and try to make a difference in the world. I hope you can feel the magnitude and exhilaration of this moment. I also hope this vantage point will help you see more clearly than you have before that the rigors you've just endured were designed not to torture you, but to give you confidence to take on the challenges ahead. We know you are ready. Today, each of you becomes an intellectual descendant of Diocles, Dioscorides, Alberuni, and Withering, who hundreds of years ago miraculously were able to save lives by delivering pharmaceutical preparations. But the tools you have at your disposal now are infinitely more powerful, and the knowledge and wisdom needed to utilize them are greater than ever before. We know you're ready. As you know, healthcare is facing major challenges and uncertainties. Pharmacists and pharmaceutical scientists will undoubtedly take on increasingly important roles in healthcare. The world needs leaders who can usher us into a positive future for pharmacy and for human health. We know you're ready to do this. On Monday, I admonished each of you to treasure and stay close to your fellow students. You share a bond with them that will become even more meaningfully with time, and they will become your advisors, your advocates, and partners. In addition, please continue to nurture and treasure your relationships with your faculty, teachers, and mentors, who will always remain committed to your success. How about a round of applause for the faculty, without whom none of this would have been possible? Thank you for entrusting your education to us. Today we honor you for all your hard work and achievements. We're proud to have you as colleagues and wish you great happiness and success as you head on out to make a difference in the world. Without further ado, let's move on to the program. On Monday evening, we held an awards banquet for the College of Pharmacy, where graduating PharmD and PhD students were presented with a number of awards. Also, a few faculty were presented with awards. These awards are all listed in your program, and I would invite you to review them. Today, we'd like to take a few moments to announce and present several faculty awards that have been received. First of all, Teacher of the Year awards for each class. If each faculty member will please stand and be recognized for being named Teacher of the Year for each year of the curriculum, and please remain standing until all names have been read. As the first-year Professional Teacher of the Year, Dr. Carol Lim. As the second Professional Year Teacher of the Year, Dr. Joanne LaFleur. As the third Professional Year Teacher of the Year, Dr. Trish Orlando. And as the Senior Class Distinguished Teacher, Dr. Crystal Mormon. At the college, we also award an overall College of Pharmacy Teacher of the Year award. This year, the students in the college have chosen Professor Carol Lim as the College of Pharmacy Teacher of the Year. Professor Lim, would you please come up to the podium? In addition, this year we have a special opportunity, and the college is honored to be able to recognize a member of our faculty who received a university-wide award. Dr. Kristen Keefe received the University of Utah Distinguished Teaching Award. Dr. Keefe, would you please approach the podium? There are more awards. Dr. Eric Schmidt received the prestigious AACP Paul R. Dawson Award for his innovative research combining genetic engineering, organic chemistry, and neuroscience. Eric, would you please stand? Eric is here. A round of applause for Eric. Dr. Laura Shane McWhorter received the 2017 award for Outstanding Educator of Health Science Professional Students. Laura, would you please stand? Dr. Raphael Franzini received the AACP New Investigator Award. And Professor Henry Kopacek received the Graduate School's 2017 Distinguished Mentor Award. And would you please stand? For a relatively small college to receive so many high-profile awards is truly remarkable. This next award is not a faculty award, but rather is given by the college to a graduating PhD student who has demonstrated excellence in teaching and a desire to pursue a career in academia, that is, in becoming a faculty member of tomorrow. This prize, the Wolf Prize, was established in 2000 by Dr. Harold Wolf and his wife, Dr. Joan Wolf, both of whom are emeritus professors of the University of Utah. This award is in memory of Dr. Wolf's parents, John and Bertha Wolf. As you can read in the pamphlet about the award that was in your program, the life circumstances of Dr. Wolf's parents prevented them from obtaining education themselves. And yet, they raised their children in an environment where education was emphasized and highly valued. This award and its focus on the graduating students who have identified a desire to educate and mentor others honor that commitment to education shown by Dr. Wolf's parents, as well as the passion and joy that both Hal and Joan experienced in their roles as faculty members. The prize comes with a personalized plaque and a check for $5,000. The recipient's name will also be added to a permanent plaque which hangs proudly in the College of Pharmacy. The recipient of the Wolf Prize this year is Dr. Erica Larson. Erica has completed her PhD in the laboratory of Dr. Lou Barrows in the Department of Pharmacology and Toxicology, studying natural products with anti-tuberculosis properties and investigating pathways involved in HIV and tuberculosis and co-infection. Over her graduate career, she has received the University of Utah Graduate Research Fellowship and a fellowship from the American Foundation for Pharmaceutical Education. Erica has been industrious with her time in Dr. Barrows' lab, resulting in 3 first author publications and an additional first author publication which has been submitted. In 2016, Erica competed and won the University of Utah 3-minute thesis competition. She also competed in the regional 3-minute thesis competition at the Western Association of Graduate Schools annual conference in March. Erica has been similarly dedicated to her training as an educator. In 2014, she joined the Higher Education Teaching Specialist Program. Since then, she has been a guest lecturer in the courses Common Medicines and Pharmacology 2. Dr. Wolf and Erica, will you both please now come forward and award Erica the Wolf Prize? And if the members of the audience will join me in congratulating Erica for the receipt of this award, that would be wonderful. That's really heartwarming to see for all those of us who appreciate what the Wolfs have, what Hal and Joan have meant to the college. Our next award is the Honorary Alumnus Award. We are honored to award Bill Baker as our 2017 Honorary Alumnus. Unfortunately, he's working hard down at the UPHA conference this weekend, but we want to recognize him now for his unyielding service and commitment to the College of Pharmacy over the past 44 years. He will be recognized at the alumni banquet in person later this fall. So please join me in congratulating Bill. Now it starts to get even more fun. It's now my pleasure to turn the podium over to the student speakers. Hannah Simon, PharmD, class of 2017, and Erica Larson, PhD, class of 2017. Now, I've already told you a little bit about Erica in relation to the Wolf Prize. She'll be speaking on behalf of the graduating PhD students from the College of Pharmacy. But let me tell you a little bit about Hannah, and then I will let them both speak. Hannah is originally from South Dakota. Before pharmacy school, she worked as a nurse aide in the ICU and became well acquainted with the pharmacy staff. It was there that she decided that she wanted to be a pharmacist. During Hannah's time at the school, she has worked with many through class work, rotations, and volunteering. Hannah, upon graduation, now plans to move to the Bay Area, where she will contribute to her community through her work at Rite Aid. Hannah was nominated by her classmates to speak today. So Hannah, if you'll come up and get us started, and I'll invite Erica to then follow you.
Whew. All right, guys. I don't mean to sound like a diva, but can you hear me? Sorry. So first of all, thank you so much for nominating me to do this and allowing me to do this for you guys. I thought for a long time about what I would say to you that wouldn't be said in other speeches by better speakers and probably better people. And the answer was obvious. I need to talk about our shared experiences because 4 years is a long time, and we've got some stories. Starting strong with P1 year at orientation, I still remember a lot of your guys' introductions that you did, your fun facts. For example, Neats is named after chocolate. Keaton has a hairy palm. Tom is from the Korea we like. Jesse, I don't actually remember your fun fact, but I remember you couldn't remember your last name. And Travis has an affinity for rubber ducky ties and sometimes goes by the name Tony. It's crazy to think back on the white coat ceremony 4 years ago because that was pretty much all I knew about you guys. I remember really distinctly my parents wanted a picture of me in my white coat with all my friends. And my response was, I don't have any. I don't know these people. But then we spent, obviously, a lot of time together because we were forced to. But I didn't hate it because you guys did become my friends. So much so that P2 year, I was actually excited to get back to school. I wanted to see all of you guys so badly. Plus, P2 year was going to be awesome. We weren't rookie P1s anymore. We were so smart, which obviously, turned out to be very wrong. But P2 year still was easier in a lot of respects, mostly because you guys taught me a lot of things that were really important, like primary's food is way cheaper and you can totally get all the way there and back before therapeutics. We also just had a better idea of how class worked. I mean, we all felt really bad for any professor that was gonna call on Simon because, just to be clear, it's pronounced Simone. But don't worry, we'd make them feel better at the end of it by inexplicably clapping for them at the end of every lecture. I think P2 year was also the moment of our greatest point of solidarity. It was at the beginning of therapeutics. Dr. Gergel asked us what rules we would have in our ideal classroom. And the one thing that we could all universally and strongly agree upon was that maybe it would be better if Brian didn't speak. And just like that, it was halfway over. We were into P3 year. And P3 year, I think we really did have a lot more figured out, but there were still many great mysteries. One thing that I think none of us ever figured out would be Tina, the computer patient, Tina. I hope to never again in my life be told by a computer that the questions I'm asking it are kind of personal, aren't they? And something else inexplicable happened P3 year too, but this one was way more welcome. Rubel decided he needed dreads. And now, this last year has gone so fast, and while it wasn't like being in the classroom with tests, it had its own challenges. For example, do you know how hard it was for me to get through that first rotation without any of you guys to give me snacks? I almost died twice that first week. And P4 year made me look forward to seminar because free food, but also it was the only time that I was going to be able to see large numbers of you in one place. And then today. Well, I mean, honestly, the very first sentence that I uttered as the clock struck midnight on January 1st this year was, "This is the year I graduate." And to think that we're ending this chapter of pharmacy school is crazy, insane, unbelievable, that it's done, that we made it through, that I don't get to see you guys anymore. Because we have shared a lot of experiences, and I've really grown to like, honestly, all of you. And I think that that's something that a lot of graduating classes can say about themselves, both people that have graduated before and after us. But there are some things that I think only happened if you were a part of our class. So I made a very short list of 3 things. First of all, seriously guys, what was up with the clapping after lectures? Secondly, you have been truly and deeply disturbed at something that Tom has said. And 3, can you please raise your hand if you have been personally victimized by Tina, the computer patient? Thank you, guys. On Monday night, Dean Peterson left us with a few thoughts, one of which he reiterated just now, was that we need to cherish each other. I need to cherish you guys. Done. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Dr. Peterson, for the introduction. Before I begin, I'd like to extend my deepest gratitude to the College of Pharmacy and University of Utah for giving me the opportunity to speak today, as well as the countless opportunities to explore my passions for teaching and research. I would also like to thank my mentor, Dr. Lou Barrows, who's talking to somebody right now, for his guidance throughout my graduate career, and for providing me with the freedom to explore hypotheses. We've had a lot of meetings over the years where one of us would say, what if we tried that in an experiment? And I believe my most impactful work has resulted from this openness and freedom. And last, but certainly not least, I would like to thank my family, my two brothers, Dan and Tim, my sister-in-law, Lauren, and my number one cheerleaders, Deb and Dawn Larson, or as I call them, Mom and Dad. This has been a whirlwind of an experience. Your support has helped me to remain steadfast throughout this program and is largely responsible for where I am today. Sorry, very nervous. Graduates, wow. I want to offer my congratulations to each and every one of you. You've worked so hard to get to this moment today, and it probably wasn't easy. Most of you at one point or another had to make sacrifices, but it was all in the effort for the end goal of becoming a scientist or a pharmacist. And so for the first point I'd like to talk to you about today is that of sacrifice. Now I'm going to tell you a story, and it goes all the way back to 1947. This is a story that's part of the history of medicine at the University of Utah. And in fact, I remember hearing about this story when I was an undergraduate back in California. In 1947, Drs. Scott Smith, Hugh Brown, James Tommen, and Louis Goodman published a paper in the Journal of Anesthesiology. Now, I'm sure all the pharmacists in the room recognize the name Louis Goodman, who, with Alfred Gilman, published the Pharmacological Basis of Therapeutics, also known as the Pharmacist's Bible. The paper was looking at the effects of tubocurarine on the brain. Tubocurarine is the paralytic component in South American poison darts. The group felt that previous reports were unreliable, and so they decided to obtain subjective reports from a trained observer, meaning one of them volunteered to be given tubocurarine. While on a respirator and under careful monitoring of other doctors of the group, Dr. Scott Smith was paralyzed with tubocurarine. This paralysis was only temporary, and so after some time he regained motor function and was back to normal. This experiment speaks to the degree of sacrifice the researchers were willing to take for the sake of medicine and moving the field forward. Now, luckily, the ethics field has advanced since then, so it's more difficult to experiment on yourself, let alone your graduate students. Where's Lou? I really dodged a bullet on that one, huh? This level of dedication still resonates today. As PhDs and master's students, we're willing to make sacrifices every day for the sake of our research. What's the driving force behind it all? The quest of knowing, moving that line just a little bit further so we move forward as a research community, whether that's discovering new antibiotics, enhancing drug delivery, or improving patient care. This movement forward does not come without sacrifice, which leads me to my next point, that of perseverance. Your presence here today is a testament of your perseverance. In the face of discouragement and negativity, you didn't let it defeat you. I've definitely been in those situations, and I know the PhDs and master's students can attest to this too, where you spend weeks coddling this experiment, and at the end of the time frame, you're ready to finally get some data, but your experiment fails or yields poor results. Instead of throwing up your hands and saying, I can't do it, you start over. This time devising ways to improve the success of your next experiment. Because if there's anything you know or you've learned from graduate school, it's that you're capable of finding the solutions. And although the answers may elude you for that moment, that you have the perseverance and determination to seek those answers out. For my final thoughts, as I look out across the different College of Pharmacy disciplines, what do we all have in common? Pharmacology, pharmaceutical chemistry, pharmacotherapy, medicinal chemistry, and pharmacy. They all have roots in medicine. But I think what drives us in our individual fields, as well as connects us as a college, is a desire to help others and to improve the lives of those around us. Now, for the PharmDs, this is a little bit more immediate. You have the opportunities to interact with patients and see your impact. For those of us in the bench level research, we rarely see the patients. I interact with bacteria on a daily basis, and they don't really talk much. But I believe what counterbalances our sacrifices and motivates us to persevere through the hard times is the knowledge that at the end of our experiments, there's a person, a family, a mother or father, daughter or son. The understanding that our contributions to medicine, although sometimes small, collectively contribute towards the betterment of others. You should all be so proud of yourselves. I certainly know that the people sitting in this room today take a moment to turn around and look at their smiling faces. To the grandparents, parents, brothers, sisters, husbands, and wives, we should be thanking you too. So, graduates, you've worked so hard to get to this point today. We all can't wait to see what you achieve next. Thank you. Now let's celebrate.
Thank you so much, Hannah and Erica. Hannah, I thought you did a wonderful job of capturing the camaraderie and friendship that are such an important part of this experience here in the College of Pharmacy. And Erica, I thought you did a great job of reminding us of the importance of inquiry and learning and the sacrifice and perseverance that are so much a part of that. So thanks to both of you. We will now begin awarding the diplomas for the Doctor of Pharmacy, the Doctor of Philosophy, and the Master of Sciences degrees. Dr. Crystal Moorman, a professor in the Department of Pharmacotherapy, will read your names, and we would then ask you to please come forward at that time. Dr. James Herron, Associate Dean for Academic and Student Affairs, will hood the graduates.
Okay, this is the best list you'll ever be on. Ready? Okay. Nazanin Agdassi. Trevor Arvey. Yanitza Bankova. Philip Bassett. Keziah Ann Brown. Blake Burton. Leslie Cassiopo.
Actually going down to a UPHA right after this. Last year, you guys.
Brianna Kajacob.
Congratulations. It's been a pleasure working with you. Wish you the best.
Joseph Chang. Louis Chaw. Dr. Chaw will be hooded by Dr. Laura Shane McWhorter.
Enjoyed working with you. Best wishes for everything else you do.
Jennifer Chen. Tom Chun.
Yeah. I'm very glad to see you here today, Tom.
Keaton Crockett. Ryan Gordon Daw.
Congratulations.
Jason DeGoyer. Trevor DeMoss.
All right. I think we can deal with the height here. Oh.
Kathleen Druther. Dr. Druther will be hooded by Dr. Laura Shane McWhorter.
It's been great working with you. Best wishes.
Leslie Goltra. Tina Marion Haratunian.
Sometimes. Anyway, it's been a real pleasure.
Michael Holt. James Howell.
Last day here. It's been fun working with you. Having you in front of you somewhere. And best wishes.
Ling Quan Su.
Best wishes.
David Jensen. Andy Kilpack.
Best wishes.
Wency Lamb.
Best wishes.
Trevor G. Lowerson. Gloria Lee. Janessa Lee. Carissa Lee. Simon Lee. Dr. Lee will be hooded by his brother. Eric Leishman. Tyrell Long.
Yeah, exactly. It's been fun working with you.
Victoria Martineau. Ryan Matthews.
Best wishes.
Jake McMillan. Jordan Meadows. Stephanie Monaco. Dr. Monaco would be hooded by Dr. Laura Shane McWhorter.
Yeah, this is the day for big smiles.
Brian J. Montoya. Okay. Allison Marin Mooney. Melissa Mutoni. Dr. Mutoni will be hooded by Dr. Laura Shane McWhorter. Brad Nelson.
Great spot here. Actually, put one on.
Netta Norbach.
I don't know what to say. It's been so.
Christopher Orton. Dr. Orton will be hooded by his father-in-law, Senator Evan Vickers.
I think it's your turn too. Chris. Thanks, man. I'll get this thing on right. Good luck. I've been watching Jim do this.
Rocky Parker. Lada Raditich. Anthony Rhodes.
I love the tie, and I love how you put it outside the gown.
Simone Rodriguez.
Great having you all.
I did call him Simon on the first day of class because Canvas doesn't have the accent. Elise Schwab Doherty. Hannah Simon. Lindsay Smith. Jessie Faye Taylor. Amy Tejeda Vivas. Dr. Tejeda Vivas will be hooded by Dr. Laura Shane McWhorter.
And I believe that Laura is doing you a
Valerie Tran.
Valerie. It's been fun working.
Derek Tully.
The last 40 years. You're a great student. We will miss you. Please come back and visit us. Third.
Lindsay Waltzer.
Great to have worked with you and learned your seminar. You always ask excellent questions. Please keep in touch. Thank you.
Sierra King Weist.
For 4 years and best wishes.
Connor Willis. Amanda Woods.
Connor, I think that you're not going to be straight.
Anna Woods. We have 2 candidates for master's degrees who will be hooded by Dr. Nancy Nickman and Dr. Linda Tyler.
Am I doing this?
Ashley Bowden. Ashley Kappenman. We have 2 candidates for PhD. The first 2 will be hooded by Dr. David Granger.
Congratulations.
Dorina Diekjurgen.
Oh, no. He's over here. Sorry.
Thank you.
Jonathan Falconer. Erica Christine Larson. Dr. Larson will be hooded by Dr. Lou Barrows. And I'll turn things back to Dr. Peterson.
Way to go, everybody. That's really exciting. Well, the moment has arrived for all the PharmD students to take the apothecary oath. Dr. Karen Gunning, interim chair of the Department of Pharmacotherapy, will now lead the graduates in this oath.
So if first I could have the latest, newest members of our profession please rise, our PharmD graduating class. And if additionally I could have any pharmacists that are in the audience. I think we have a lot of legacy student pharmacists, and some alumni I see, and faculty. Are you not pharmacists, some of you? Thank you. I think this is an exceptionally meaningful moment as we think about entering the profession for our newly graduated class, and I just would like all of the pharmacists in the audience to support and think about what this meant to them as they said these words, or I don't think this was invented when I graduated from pharmacy school, but that these are so meaningful to us. I did have a vote, an informal vote, about how we should do this. My husband, who's an architect, broke the tie that I think we should actually read this, and we will sound like the adults on Peanuts. But it's important for you to say these words as you embark upon your careers as a pharmacist. So, if we can try to start together. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am trusted by the public. Congratulations.
We're now drawing close to the end of this ceremony. I would like to invite all of you to join us for a reception that's going to be held immediately after this in the atrium of the College of Pharmacy. It's really a lovely setting. We'll have some refreshments there, and it'll be a great opportunity to meet and chat, take pictures, and celebrate the accomplishments of today. I would also just remind everyone that we have another Convocation service happening here in this ballroom immediately afterwards. So please don't linger too long here. make your way up to the College of Pharmacy and we'll finish our celebrations there. It's important to note that all on-campus parking is free today, so unless it's a reserved spot, feel free to park anywhere. I'd also remind all the members of the audience to please remain seated for a moment while the faculty and graduates process out of the hall. And finally, I would just like us all one more time to congratulate the graduating class of 2017.